Hello children, how are you? I am Johnsy here. I think you are eagerly waiting for the digital class of English. In the previous class, we talked about the nation and diversity. Children, do you find different kinds of people with different languages and cultures? Fine. Then, do you enjoy your childhood? At school, irrespective of caste and religion? Fantastic then. In today's class, we will be listening to a story, My Childhood, an extract from Wings of Fire, written by APJ Abdul Kalam. Awal Pakir Jainuluddin Abdul Kalam is the 11th President of India. He is named as the Missile Man of India for his contributions towards the development of India's missile projects. Children, he talked to children and also the youth of the country. His inspiring and most encouraging words are given to the students. Shall we listen to some of the most inspiring quotes? If you fail, never give up, because fail means first attempt in learning. Creativity is seeing the same thing but thinking alternatively. If you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun. Success is when your signature changes to autograph. Black color is sentimentally bad, but every blackboard makes the student's life bright. For great men, religion is a way of making friends. Small people make religion a fighting tool. Children, the childhood of Abdul Kalam is a remarkable one because it is an example of unity in diversity in India. He enjoyed the religious harmony in his childhood. So, before going into the story, let's know the objectives first. By the end of the session, you will be able to comprehend the narrative, know the features of a narrative, know the structure of a narrative, attempt a creative writing of a narrative. So, children, shall we listen to the story now? Abdul Kalam was short with rather undistinguished looks. However, he was born to tall and handsome parents Jainuluddin and Ashiyamma. Jainuluddin, though he was poor, he was a great man of natural wisdom and generosity. Ashiyamma, Kalam's mother, was an ideal helpmate. Children, do you want to know more about his family? So watch this video.
I am Jainuluddin, the father of Kalam. I had neither much formal education nor much wealth. I avoid all inessential comforts and luxuries, but I try to provide my children all necessities in terms of food, medicine, or clothes.
I am Ashama, mother of Kalam. I am an ideal helpmate towards guests and family members. I feed outsiders more than all the members of my family put together. I am the sister of Kalam. We inherited honesty and self-discipline from my father. We inherited goodness and deep kindness from my mother. I am the grandmother of Kalam. I tell my grandchildren the events from the Ramayana and from the life of Socrates as the bedtime stories.
How astonishing! It's a great wonder that the grandmother of those days had least concern towards religious differences. She used to tell stories and the events from the Ramayana as bedtime stories to their grandchildren. There is also one more thing, children, for you to know. During Sita Rama Kalyanam ceremony, Kalam's family used to arrange boats with a special platform for carrying idols of the Lord. They took them from the temple to marriage site situated in the middle of the pond. It is called Ramatirtha, which was near their house. Thus we know that Kalam's family is an example of secular idealism. Shall we listen to Kalam's village, where he was born, and the situations of the village during his childhood? Kalam was born in the island town of Rameshwaram in the erstwhile Madras state. They lived in their ancestral house, which was built in the middle of 19th century. It was fairly large pucca house made of limestone and brick on the Moss Street of Rameshwaram. When he was 8 years, the Second World War broke out in 1939. Jalaluddin was Kalam's brother-in-law. Samsuddin was Kalam's cousin. Shall we listen to Jalaluddin and Samsuddin now? So watch this video.
I am Jalaluddin. I should tell stories about Second World War to Kalam. He would later trace them in the headlines in Dinamani. I am Samsuddin, the cousin of Kalam. I distributed newspaper in Rameshwaram. When the train did not stop at Rameshwaram station, at the time of Second World War, I had to bundle the newspaper and throw out onto the Rameshwaram road.
Kalam used to listen to the stories of Jalaluddin, his brother-in-law. He would later trace them in the newspaper called Dinamani. Dinamani was a Tamil newspaper of those days. During Second World War, a state of emergency was declared and the train was not allowed to stop at Rameswaram station. This created a problem to Samsuddin, the cousin of Kalam. He used to distribute newspapers in Rameshwaram. Now, he had to bundle the newspapers and throw out from the moving train onto the Rameshwaram road between Rameshwaram and Dhanushkodi. So, he looked for a helping hand that someone could catch the bundles from the train. So, children, can you guess who could have caught the bundles of the newspapers? Yes, you are right, children. It was Kalam who filled the slot. Thus, he earned his first wages by doing the work of a paper boy. Kalam was a hard-working child. Do you also help your parents? He helped his parents at his childhood. Yes, I know that you are going to help your parents. There was a sudden demand for tamarind seeds in the market at the time of Second World War. So, he would collect the tamarind seeds and sell them to a provision shop on Moss Street that would fetch him the princely sum of Anna for a day. So, do you agree that Kalam was a hard-working child? Now, let us listen about his friends. Kalam, despite being a Muslim by religion, he had 3 close friends from Brahmin families. They were Ramanatha Sastri, Aravindan and Sivaprakasan. Let us listen to his friends now. Watch the video.
I am Ramanatha Sastri, the close friend of Kalam. I am the son of Pakshi Lakshman Sastri, the high priest of the Rameswaram temple. Later, I took over the priesthood of Rameswaram temple from my father.
I am Aravindan. I am friend of Kalam. I am from Orthodox Hindu Brahmin family. Now I took up the business of arranging transfer for the visiting pilgrims.
I am Shiva Prakasham, a friend of Abdul Kalam, but I am from Orthodox Hindu Brahman family. Now I am working as catering contractor for a Southern Railways.
Thus, Kalam enjoyed religious harmony in his childhood. But do you know what happened when he was in 5th standard? One day, when Kalam was in 5th standard at Rameshwaram Elementary School, a new teacher came to his school. Kalam wore a cap which marked him a Muslim. He always sat in the front row next to Ramanatha Sastri. The new teacher could not tolerate a Hindu priest's son sitting with a Muslim boy. So, let's watch the video to know what happened in the class.
Hey, you in white cap? How dare you sit beside the son?
He's my friend, sir.
Go and sit on the last bench.
Ramanatha Sastri started weeping because his friend has gone to the last bench. Even Kalam was sad. Both the friends told the parents what happened in the school. Let's watch the video.
Why have you come back from the school very early?
Nothing, Dad.
No, you are lying. Something is there. You are looking very sad. Why?
I don't like our new teacher at all. I don't want to go to school from tomorrow onwards.
But why?
You know that Kalam is my close friend. He always likes to sit beside me. But today our new teacher has asked him to go and sit on the last bench. He has substituted as.
Has Kalam done anything wrong?
No, Dad.
Without any cause, why has the teacher asked him to go to the last bench?
Our teacher did not allow to Kalam to sit beside me because he was a Muslim and I was a Hindu. He asked him to go and sit on the last bench. I cried in the class looking at Kalam.
Oh, then call your new teacher. I want to talk with him.
Ramanatha Sastri summoned the new teacher and talked to him.
Say sorry to Kalam.
But why should I?
Do not spread the poison of social inequality. No child is less than another in God's eye.
He is a Muslim, sir.
It's your duty as a teacher to help the student to live in harmony in spite of differences in their background.
I will do it, sir.
You can no longer teach in the school if you behave in this way.
I will change my behavior, sir.
The father of Ramanatha Sastri asked the new teacher to either apologize or quit the school and the island. The new teacher went to Kalam for apologizing.
I'm sorry, Kalam.
Oh, how can this happen, sir?
From now onwards, you can sit beside the Ram and be friends forever.
Thank you very much, sir.
That's how the new teacher corrected his feelings regarding the other religions. But there was another person, the wife of Siva Subramaniam Iyer, in the village. Siva Subramaniam Iyer was the science teacher of Kalam. Kalam used to spend hours together with his science teacher. His science teacher would tell Kalam that he wanted Kalam to develop so much that he would be on par with the highly educated people of big cities.
I am Subramaniam Iyer, the science teacher of Kalam. Rameshwaram is very rigid in terms of religion and caste.
Yes, sir.
But I want to break the social barriers so that we can mingle easily.
What can we do then, sir?
Why don't you come to my home for dinner?
Madam will be horrified looking at me, sir.
No problem. Come without any fear.
Okay, sir.
But his wife was very conservative. He wanted to change her feelings of rigidness. So, He invited Kalam to his house for dinner. Let us see how the wife of the science teacher has reacted looking at a Muslim boy in her kitchen. Let's watch the video.
Here.
My God, what is happening here? A Muslim boys in my kitchen? Ah, Shiva Shiva, Shiva Shiva.
Serve him food.
How can I serve a Muslim boy in my kitchen?
I will serve with my own hands. Please do come for dinner again next weekend.
I'm upset, sir. Okay, sir.
So next weekend, Kalam went again for dinner to science teacher's house.
Come Kalam, welcome. Sit here. I will serve the food with my own hands.
Thank you for the meal, madam. It's okay.
His wife herself served Kalam this time. In this way, the problems were resolved. Later, Kalam finished his studies at Rameshwaram. He wanted to leave Rameshwaram for further studies. He wanted to study at the district headquarters in Ramanathapuram. Let us watch the incident at Kalam's house.
Abbajan,
What, Kalam?
I want to leave Rameshwaram
For what?
for higher studies.
Where do you want to study?
I want to study at district headquarters in Ramanathapuram.
Ramanathapuram? Okay.
Ramanathapuram? How? How can I send my son so far?
Children have to be let free so that they can realize their thoughts and goals. Do not hesitate to send him for higher studies.
Okay then.
Thank you, Ammi-jan. Thank you, Abbajan.
So Kalam worked very hard for further studies. He strove hard to become the President of India. So he worked hard. Children, do you also want to work hard? We should take a great inspiration from him to work hard and come up in life. So that's the story, children. Now, shall we listen to the features and the structure of a story or a narrative? The structure or the features of a story. If you want to write a story, first it should be clear that how you begin a story. Who are the main characters? How do they look like? And that comes under the heading called characterization. Next, you should be clear where the story takes place. When the story takes place, that is the time of the story. So, when you are beginning the story, there should be characterization and also the setting should be declared. The second is, every story has a problem and that is called a plot. What is going to happen? There must be some problem involving the main characters of the story. Third is how you solve the problem, and that is called as resolution. There needs to be a resolution for the problem. Next, what does the writer want to communicate? That becomes the theme or the message of the story. So, children, this is the structure of the story. Each of the features that you write are 5. 1 is characterization, 2 setting, 3 plot, 4 resolution, 5 theme. Each of these features carries 1 mark, and these are discourse specific features. We have different discourses. Here, story or a narrative is a discourse, and it is a major discourse carrying 10 marks. But children, here we have entered only 5 features. What about the others? And those are language specific features. Language specific features are important because every discourse needs a language. A story should contain a sequence of events and dialogues. It should maintain coherence using linkers. We should use well-formed constructions of sentences. Maintain conventions of writing. The spelling should be proper, and you should use proper punctuation. So, these are the other 5 features that gives you a total of 10 marks. Now, children, if you have to write an effective story, how to evoke emotions, that is important. So, for an effective writing of a narrative, use action verbs. Instead of she laughed, use she cackled. Story can be written in either the first person, I, we, or the third person, he, she, they. Usually, past tense is used to write a story, but you can change the tense in dialogues or conversations. Appropriate connectives or linking words like moreover, however, suddenly can be used. Specific nouns like oak instead of tree should be used. Careful use of adjectives and adverbs make the narration lively. Is the structure and the features of a story clear to you, children? So, for your assignment, narrate a memorable incident in about 300 words of your childhood, keeping in mind the features of narration. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Kalam, a hard-working child, has come up and grown into a very significant man, a missile man of India. So, children, shall we work hard? Hard work is the key to success. I hope you will surely work hard and come up in life. Hope you enjoyed. We shall meet again in the next program.